following is a compilation of some of my favorite videos from the web this week. Hope you enjoy them. With that being said, what group of people does this remind you of?
Sometimes when you accuse somebody of something or you confront them about something, you're going to get what's called a DARVO response. And psychologists call it DARVO, deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. Deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. And so the strategy, and it's usually employed by narcissists, even people with narcissistic personality disorders, is I deny that the accusation is actually true, and I reverse victim offender the relationship. So I deny it's true, I attack you instead, I find something wrong with you, and I become the victim, and you are now the offender. This happens all the time with really evil people. People who do very evil things, they'll do this in court. You've seen this in court. They deny any wrongdoing and they attack you and make you the bad person, and they reverse the victim-offender relationship.
You want to see Darvo put in action? This is the Darvo Queen.
I just want to say a word about Biden. I mean, part of the problem that Biden has is not that he's old. He's old, okay? That's an issue. It's a reality. He's gotten more done as an old man that, many people, half his age could have gotten done.
So true.
But he's boring. And why is he boring? Because he gets up every day and does a job.
Joe, popping out of bed. Can't wait to get to work for the American people. I can see it now. And what does this level of intellectual narcissism produce? Well, some of the strongest groomer vibes you'll ever see.
So, interesting thing about going no contact, especially with family or like a partner, ending things and going no contact, you are doing it in a way to save the relationship, which is okay. It seems like you're dissolving the relationship, but in a way, things are not sustainable the way they are, and you can send them kindness and love from a very far distance. So in a way, you are choosing to bring love into the relationship. You are saving the relationship by destroying it. And that, to me, is a moral choice.
Meanwhile, from Capitol Hill, we're learning more and more about the crimes of the Biden family. More being exposed every day, which, in my opinion, makes them far more dangerous now than they've ever been.
The family gets money, and politicians take steps to hide it. A tale as old as time. And that's the tale we face today with President Joe Biden.
Oh, son of a...
Over the last several months, the Judiciary, Oversight, and the Ways and Means Committee have uncovered evidence of Biden family influence settlement scheme. The evidence includes $15 million in payments to the Biden family, $240,000 in payments directly to Joe Biden, and a threatening WhatsApp message sent by Hunter Biden to a Chinese executive. You have this evidence on top of 4 key facts that have not changed. 1, Hunter Biden was on the board of Burisma. 2, Hunter was not qualified to be on the board of Burisma. 3, the executives at Burisma asked Hunter to help them with the pressure they're under. 4, Joe Biden goes to Ukraine, gives a speech attacking the prosecutor, which starts the process of getting him fired. These facts haven't changed, and evidence across the investigation continues to grow. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's why the Judiciary Committee, along with the other 2 committees, began this impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's an impeachment inquiry? An impeachment inquiry is a phase of congressional investigation. In an inquiry, we examine the available evidence, request documents, conduct interviews, and determine the grounds for articles of impeachment. In practice, the inquiry bolsters our ability to compel testimony and the documents necessary to conduct our investigation. The goal of our impeachment inquiry is to get answers to 4 key questions. Question number 1, did Joe Biden take action or change policy because of benefits received by him or his family from foreign interests? Our investigation thus far has uncovered payments that went to members of the Biden family, happened during Joe Biden's presidency, originated from countries where then Vice President Biden played an official role, and were layering through complicated payment schemes. The Oversight Committee has identified over 20 different companies used in some cases that appear to have been created for the sole purpose of serving as pass-through entities. We will continue to investigate whether this money paid to the Biden family had an impact on Biden's conduct as president or vice president of the United States, as well as the bribery allegation in the FBI FD 1023 form, the circumstances around the $200,000 so-called loan repayment, and the $40,000 check from laundered Chinese money. Question number 2. Did Joe Biden abuse his office by providing foreign interests with access to him and his office in exchange for payments to him or his family? In 2014, Joe Biden dined with a Russian oligarch who, around the time of the dinner, wired $3.5 million to one of Hunter Biden's businesses. It's important to note that this oligarch was absent on Biden's sanction list.
Yeah, severe economic sanctions on Putin and all those folks around him.
Additionally, a Biden family associate testified that he was personally aware of at least 20 times President Biden spoke on speakerphone with Hunter Biden's foreign business associates. We will investigate whether these foreign interests were given access to Joe Biden because of payments made to his family or to him. Question 3. Did Joe Biden participate in a scheme to enrich himself or his family by giving foreign interests the impression that they would receive access to him in exchange for payments to him or his family, despite Joe's insistence?
I've never spoken to my son about real estate.
The exact opposite is unfortunately true. Evidence shows then Vice President Biden spoke and dined with Hunter Biden's foreign business associates. Hunter even alleged his father was in the room when he demanded payment from a Chinese business associate. We will examine if and to what degree Joe Biden engaged in this scheme. The last question and final point of judiciary's part in the impeachment inquiry. Did Joe Biden impede, obstruct, or hinder the investigation into Hunter Biden? Here's what we know. The Biden DOJ slow-walked the investigation into Hunter Biden. The DOJ let the statute of limitations lapse for tax years 2014 and 2015, the years with income from Burisma. Hunter's legal team was tipped off about an impending search on his storage unit. The DOJ didn't allow investigators to take steps that would lead to Joe. The DOJ then puts together a sweetheart deal so they can sweep the whole thing under the rug. But thanks to 2 courageous whistleblowers and a judge in Delaware, the deal falls apart.
The deal began to unravel when the judge asked if it gave Hunter Biden broad immunity for other possible crimes, including in his foreign business dealings in Ukraine and China.
All signs point to interference from the highest levels of the Biden administration, where Biden appointees and Attorney General Garland orchestrating the plea deal and the investigation to protect Joe. The inquiry phase of our investigation enables us to examine the necessary information to not only answer these questions, but helps us determine the grounds for articles of impeachment.
Oh, and J6, total setup.
I was a special agent, and the person that I primarily protected was Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont. So I had his personal number. So I call him at home and I say, hey, I got something to tell you, but I would rather talk to an FBI agent. He says, no, tell me. I was like, sir, this is kind of big. I would rather talk to an FBI agent that you trusted. He says, TK, go ahead and tell me what happened. I said, basically, sir, Yogananda Pittman was going to let you die. She did nothing during the attack. She was letting it happen. So if you listen to the radio, it's going to sound like she was literally letting it happen. So he says, you know what? He says, I'm going to reach out to some people and we'll call you back. Got off the phone with him. This is maybe around 10 o'clock in the morning. At 11 o'clock, I get a call from the Capitol Police. I was like, how did they know I called? So they say, hey, you're suspended. We're coming to your house right now and we're taking your police powers right now. And they drove to my house and suspended me.
There you go. Let me know what you think.